When we're not feeling our best, we might be inclined to look for the source of the problem in our major organs, like the kidneys, heart, or liver. But did you know that poor gut health can be the cause of many serious illnesses and cause gastrointestinal complications that can even affect your mood and mental well-being? It is so important, in fact, that 75% of the immune system functions from the gut. Today, we look at signs and symptoms of an unhealthy gut and how to get it back into tip-top shape. Joining me in studio is registered dietitian and nutritional consultant, Lila Bruk. Lila, thank you for joining us today. What exactly is the gut? What organs are involved and what are the main functions?
Essentially, when we talk about the gut, we aren't just talking about the stomach, we're talking about really the whole area from the mouth to anus. If you think about it, when you eat something, it starts off in your mouth, goes through the esophagus, through into the stomach, go into the small intestine, the large intestine or colon, and then obviously through the anus. So that is the path that we're looking at. And essentially, in terms of the main function of the gut, we're looking at nutrient absorption, fluid absorption as well, and also toxin and waste removal.
So I did mention some of the signs and symptoms that we see of an unhealthy gut, but maybe you can just elaborate a little bit more on what people should be looking out for.
Most common symptoms would be constipation and diarrhea that people would think of as an indication of a gut issue. Also nausea, vomiting, bloating, pain, gas. All of those can be an indication that there's something maybe awry in the gut.
What common mistakes do people make when they are pursuing gut health?
A very big problem is overuse or misuse of laxatives. Someone suffers from some degree of constipation, they then will end up taking laxatives to alleviate that, and that can then cause a reliance or dependence on the laxatives. The opposite is the case as well, that someone, if they're having any sort of digestive issue, they often think the answer is just a lot more fiber. And they have so much of that fiber that can actually contribute to the problem and sometimes even exacerbate it.
We know that when it comes to gut health, the word probiotic gets thrown around. What exactly is a probiotic and what role does it play in the digestive system?
So essentially within the gut, throughout the gut actually, we have various perhaps sort of positive or helpful bacteria that have many beneficial roles. However, unfortunately, what does tend to happen, whether it's through stress, through poor diet, through antibiotic use, those happy, healthy bacteria tend to be minimized. So what we're trying to do is to sort of improve our natural bacterial balance in the gut to minimize the negative effects, whether it be of medication or to improve gut health overall. So when you take a probiotic supplement, you are improving your gut health in that respect by giving yourself more of those good bacteria. You can improve your probiotic intake through your diet. So generally fermented foods, so things like sauerkraut, proper yogurt, Greek yogurt, miso paste, kombucha is very popular at the moment. So what happens is that in those foods, you also get what's called a prebiotic, which is basically like the food for the bacteria. Okay. So when you have those foods, you're giving your own bacteria basically more to feed off.
What other foods can we incorporate into our diet to ensure that our gut is healthy?
So certainly you want to try and include a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables. So you always want to try and keep the skin on the fruits and vegetables because that's where a lot of the fiber is. Also seeds, nuts, those are also good sources of fiber as well. The legumes are a very, very excellent one in terms of fiber content and also are very affordable. But certainly eating healthy for your gut doesn't need to be expensive at all. And another key one that people tend to underestimate is the importance of water. Yes. Because if you don't have enough fluid, you can have all the fiber you want, but it won't necessarily help your gut. Mm-hmm. And that is especially applicable when it comes to constipation.
Does exercise play a role in the healthy gut?
So certainly I always say that if you don't stay active on the outside, you won't stay active on the inside. So certainly if you do make sure that you exercise regularly, it just helps in terms of the gut working properly and moving correctly.
Gut health is probably one of the most underestimated areas of health and well-being. And when things are not well on the inside, you can see it on the outside as well. If you've been struggling with your health and experiencing stomach cramps, bloating, and flatulence, it might be a good idea to ask your general practitioner to check on the state of your gut. It could be the key to an overall healthier, happier you.